Hi everyone, this is Demari. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And today I'm going to be doing the December 2020 monthly tarot reading for the sign of Aquarius. Now please keep in mind, this is a general reading, so it may not apply to each and every one of you. However, you can take a look at this month's reading in regards to your Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. So do take a look at your natal chart, see the corresponding zodiac signs and see which title resonates for you most. Now, with regards to the spread, I'll be pulling a Celtic cross using the Intuitive Tarot and getting further clarification using the Waite deck. Now, this month is a little bit different. Now, considering it is the end of the year, I decided to throw in a couple of extra oracle cards for you just to really hone in on the energies that are presenting themselves. And we'll be doing that for the position of what's crowning you at this time, so the energy surrounding you in the month of December, and also for the potential outcome. Okay, so just to dive in a little bit deeper. So let's get into your reading, Aquarius. Now, just when I'm shuffling, I want to say a quick thank you to everyone who's been liking, commenting, subscribing, and even sharing my videos. It means a lot to have your continued support, so thank you so much for being a part of this community. If you would like to have a personal reading with myself, you can find the information in the description box below. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do, and don't forget to hit the notifications bell so you're informed of when your next set of readings goes up on the channel. Also, don't forget, considering that you are an air sign, you can still enter my festive giveaway, okay? There's still time to get your entry in, so I do recommend checking that out. You can find that video on the homepage of my channel, and it's also going to be at the end of the video. You'll see the icon for that, okay? The thumbnail. So don't forget to enter, so you could be in with a chance of winning a 3-card spread with me. 2 cards, really? Okay, let's see. Okay, it wants me to take these. They want me to take them, so I'll take them. Very unusual, Aquarius, but we'll go with it. So, with regards to your present circumstances, you have the 8 of Cups in reverse, okay? 8 of Cups in reverse. So, this is water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You're determined. I feel like you're determined to... I feel like you're determined to emotionally invest in something. I feel like you have a tendency to run away when you feel like things are getting too overwhelming, or when you feel like there's too much emotion involved, okay? When you feel too emotionally invested in something, or you feel like you're becoming too emotionally invested in something, I feel like you may have some fears triggered, okay? Maybe due to a past situation. But yeah, I feel like you have a tendency to perhaps walk away instead of standing your ground and fighting for a connection, or emotionally investing so it goes the distance. But on this occasion, you're doing things differently this time, Aquarius. You're standing your ground. I do feel like it's in relation to a connection. It could be something to do with family. It could be a romantic connection. So just take it how it resonates for your situation. Crossing the situation in the position of your challenge, you have the 7 of Wands in reverse. So this is fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sag. Now, this is what I was talking about, standing your ground, right? But I feel like what it's saying in this position, like the reason why this is in reverse is not because you're being, prompted to release this or anything. I feel like it's a case of, okay, yes, you're sticking up for the connection, or I don't feel like sticking up for the connection is the wrong word. I feel like instead of running away, you're choosing to stay, right? And it's saying to you, listen, I know you feel like you have to be on guard. I know you feel like you've been fighting, fighting yourself so that you don't run away. Perhaps there was some conflict with this person in the past, but it's telling you that things are changing. There's no need to be so guarded anymore. That the best thing you can do is, if this is what you really want, is to open up, actually. Now, when it comes to your recent past, you have the 10 of Swords in reverse. Yeah, so there was some healing that needed to take place here. With that 10 of Swords, it's like, air energy, your energy. there was a lot of healing that needed to take place first, and perhaps that was a factor in why you used to possibly self-sabotage, right? Because you were unhealed. You weren't healed from past situations, as we can see here. But I feel like that's changing, right? You're doing things differently. It's like, rather than falling back into old coping mechanisms, I feel like this time around, you're choosing to stick around and work through it, which is awesome. The next card you have in the position of your near future is the Knight of Cups, okay? So more water energy. You could be dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, or have it in your chart. But regardless, I feel like this is you, right? Right now, you're just kind of in the last part of this, you know, transition from old ways and old habits and coping mechanisms, self-sabotage, all of that, right? And you're doing the inner work, and you're getting to a place where you're like, now you're choosing to stick around. And I feel like in the near future, you're going to feel confident enough and ready to actually fully emotionally invest in this connection, which is awesome. Because you're coming charging in, you know, with your cup of love. And on this particular deck as well, because in the Rider-Waite, you see the horse is lifting a hoof, and he hasn't crossed the stream yet, you know. He's like weighing it up, you know, like, oh, is it okay? Is this going to be too deep? Am I going to be able to cross this? You know, so that's kind of, I feel like, where you're at currently. But in this particular deck with the intuitive, actually there's a lake behind him, or the river is actually behind him. He's already crossed this bank on this occasion. So I feel like, yeah, you're just going to come in showing up in full force with this love, seeing where it goes, right? Gorgeous. When it comes to your feelings, you have the Devil in reverse. That's Capricorn energy. That could be relevant to you. Yes, I feel like you're understanding where, you know, perhaps you did sabotage things in the past, maybe even the same connection, you know, or where your fears got the better of you, but you're understanding that your fears are not based in reality, you know. It's just because you do feel a lot for this person, and because, you know, you were hurt badly in the past, I feel, it really does bring up all of your fears, right? But you're working through it. That's why I feel like it's in reverse. You're already seeing, you know, your pitfalls and how you used to engage in sabotory behaviors, right? As a means of protecting yourself. But you're not doing that anymore. You're working through it, which is bravo. Really, really good. Really good stuff, Aquarius. Now, let's have a look at what's crowning you. So we'll go over to the Quantum Oracle first. What is the energy crowning Aquarius in the month of December? What is the energy crowning Aquarius? Woo, transformation. This would be like your death card in the tarot, right? Transformation. So this is it, you know. I feel like you've already crossed the threshold here. You've already crossed certain barriers that you had, right? Things that you didn't think you would be able to overcome, but you're doing it, right? You've already crossed the threshold, and now you're just being prompted to continue down this journey, because I feel like it's not just about this connection. I know this is coming into view because this is obviously something significant to you. However, I feel like it's much broader than that. I feel like it's a transformation in general, you know, mind, body, and spirit, in all aspects of your life. You are changing, you are evolving. You are not the same person when you were dealing with this pain, okay? You're evolving. You're becoming well equipped to deal with, you know, trying situations, to overcome certain challenges, you know, and I feel like a lot of your behaviors and ways of, you know, handling the emotive side of things is changing a lot, because I feel like you have a lot to give, to be honest. It's just that it may not always come across that way to other people, because you're very guarded with those emotions. You're very protective of your heart, which I understand. But now you're understanding that it's time to open up a little bit and let those closest to you in again, which is awesome. Now with that, in terms of the tarot, you have the Six of Cups. So more water energy. You see how there's already, like, you know, so much water energy coming up in this reading? Your emotions are coming into full view this month, and I feel like you're allowing yourself to truly tap into them again, possibly for the first time in a long time, which is gorgeous. And now with this being the 6, I feel like you have been doing a lot of shadow work, right? Going back through childhood, your past, adolescence, growing up, and actually starting to heal those wounds from your past, whatever you experienced. So that's why I feel like in this case, it's not so much about, you know, past love, although I do get a sense that, you know, that is coming to view also, right, in this connection. Like I said, it could be even family, but it could also be someone that maybe once you split up from and then you got back together, or you're thinking of getting back together. But I feel like it's bigger than that, right? That your past is coming into full view, so you can release what doesn't serve you and invest in what's working for you. So I'm getting a different vibe from that on this occasion, but it's cool. I like it. All right. So when it comes to your advice, you have the Knight of Pentacles, which is cool. All right. Knight of Pentacles, Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So you could have strong Capricorn placements, but anyway, I feel like it's telling you that you are doing well, you're on track. This to me is confirmation that you're on the right path, and that it is going to take time, right? Transformation doesn't happen overnight. It is a process, an ongoing process. And I feel like that's what you're going, you know, you're being informed of at this time. And that, yeah, as long as you keep putting that energy, that effort, that attention and time into your inner work, healing, progression, expansion, you know, that's also going to play a significant role in this connection. That's also going to help this connection move into more stable ground, right? Move into a space where the connection feels very solid and very long lasting, but it's something that's built over time, right? So keep putting that work into yourself, and know that while it may feel like it's taking longer than expected, you're gonna get to very, very stable ground as a result. So gorgeous. When it comes to your external influences, so this can be people, places, situations, environments that you find yourself in at this time, you have the 7 of Pentacles. So this is interesting because you already have 2 7s here. So the numbers 777 and 777 could be really, really important to you at this time. If you're seeing a lot of those numbers, I recommend checking that out in terms of the numerology, the angel numbers, because that will give you a deeper insight as to how that could be significant to you at this time. The number 7 is very much about overcoming illusions, obstacles, making the dream state, you know, sort of taking things from the dream state or taking things out of the astral and making it very tangible. Because, you know, with the 7, it can be illusionary, it can be wishy-washy, you know, something that's just kind of not really tangible, right? But with the Pentacles, that cements it firmly into the 3D, right? So I feel like it's like pulling all these goals, pulling all these aspirations, all these intentions, all these dreams, all of these things that you've put out into the universe and really kind of honed in on in the astral. At least your higher self probably did, but I feel like your higher self really honed in on specific aspects of these wishes, aspirations that you have, in order to help you plant these seeds, right, in the 3D. And I feel like there is also someone else who is helping you to plant these seeds, because bearing in mind this is external, yeah? So I feel like you are putting some very beautiful energy out into the universe at this time. You're planting some very beautiful seeds, but I also feel like you're doing this together, right? You both have the same aspirations, so I feel like you're planting these seeds together, at least when it comes to the connection, not in terms of career necessarily like that, but I think in terms of the connection, you know, this person is invested in you, and they're just wanting to see if you are just as invested into this connection, right? Because this person is showing up not just energetically, but they're showing up physically. They're showing up with their resources, you know, they're putting their money where their mouth is. But they're probably wondering whether or not if you feel the same way. Now, when it comes to your fears, you have the 3 of Wands, fire energy again. I think I think there is a fear that perhaps this person, especially if this is a reconciliation, you may be afraid that this person is just biding their time until something better comes in. That's what I feel like with this. Like, that's the energy I'm getting strongly from this, that you're terrified that this person is just biding their time until something new and shiny turns up, or something, you know, or someone sweeps them off their feet and they're gone again, right? But I don't feel like that's necessarily the case. It's just a fear of yours, especially, like I said, if you had issues in the past, if you broke up, or, you know, if this is a family connection. I don't really get that from this, but if it is a family member, then, or a friend, then you may be afraid that, you know, as quickly as they're coming in, they're looking to get out again. Now, when it comes to your hopes, you have the 5 of Swords. So this is very weird for this to come up in the position of your hopes, air energy. Yeah. This is weird. I want to get clarification on this, because I'm getting something, but I just want to confirm that is it, because it's a very weird, it's a weird energy to have as your hopes. Yeah, you're hoping someone gets left out in the cold. That's confirmation for me. The 2 5s here, so numbers 555 and 555 are going to be, could be very prominent as well. That's all about, you know, rebirth, expansion in the 3D, you know. It's like very much the tangible, which I feel like there is the emotional side of this and also the tangible side of this that are very intertwined. So there is a stable energy here. The problem is here is that I think you're afraid there may be someone else in the picture, and you're just hoping that, you know, if you keep showing up, if you know, I don't want to say it, but I feel like I have to. I feel like there is a little bit of a manipulative energy here, because if you're afraid that there may be someone else on the outskirts, right, trying to look for a way in, right, especially if you know that this person recently came out of a relationship, or, you know, if you know they have a lot of people who are very drawn to them, very attracted to them, that are very interested in being with them. You may feel like you have to resort to certain tactics to ensure that this person walks away, or that your person walks away from any other possible suitors. If this is a family or a family member or a friend, I feel like you may feel there's someone coming in between you. Maybe a family member, maybe that person's partner or whatever. And you think by planting maybe certain evidence of them being unfaithful, or, you know, certain evidence of them doing things that they shouldn't have done. Not that it's false information, but just putting it carefully somewhere for someone to see, that the other person will be like, your family member will see them for who they are, and they'll walk away, right? So that's interesting. That's what I'm getting from this. I've never had that before, but that's what I'm getting from this. This is a very strange reading, I have to say, Aries. So you've got very mixed energy here. Now, when it comes to your potential outcome, let's have a look what the Quantum Oracle has to say. No, I'm not taking 2 cards from the Quantum Oracle as well. I already have 2 tarot cards here. 1, please, just 1 card. Oh my gosh. They want me to take 2 again, so I'll take 2. But you're greedy, Aquarius, and I don't know what my guides are doing either. But anyway, I will take it on this occasion, but this is a one-off, okay? One time. So you have planning and action in reverse, okay? And you have loss in reverse. So that's good. That tells me, okay, that whatever it is that you want, I feel like it's coming in, right? Certain aspects of this is going to take time, especially you on your healing journey, personal growth, expansion. It's going to take time, right? But I feel like this connection is strengthening by the day, right? It really is. And now's a good time to, you know, stop concerning yourself with the loss. I associate this card, let me just show you in the upright, with the 3 of Wands. Because if you look at the Rider-Waite deck with the 3 of Wands, just like what you have in your fears here, right? in the Rider-Waite version, we also see someone standing on the shoreline waiting for their ships to come in, right? On this occasion, this is your ships going away in the term of, you know, in the upright, right? When the card's in the upright. However, you got it in the reverse. So that tells me that whatever you're fearful of losing, like I was saying, it's not going anywhere. As long as you keep showing up with the right energy, then you're not gonna lose it, okay? If you continue to work on yourself and work on the connection, and you really start taking, you know, your plans with regards to this person and your career, your life, you know, very seriously, and have that discussion on what it is that you're both seeking at this time. Once you're very clear on where you'll stand, where you both stand, if you can really move forward together, then you need to start forming plans, because I feel like things are going to start changing in this connection quite quickly, right? There's certain things that's going to take some time, of course, but I feel like other factors are, you know, turning around very, very fast. And especially because with that, you have the 10 of Pentacles, and you have the Knight of Wands in reverse, okay? So yeah, essentially for me, it's saying here, you know, if you can get past the fear and not turn up with this egotistical energy, right, and focus on the long term, you can have what it is that you want. The abundance is here, right? The abundance is here in the making, right? But it does require you taking a closer look at what shape and form you want that abundance to take, because it is coming in. So if, you know, if you want to increase your finances, if you want to relocate, if you want to change your job, if you want to know that if this person wants to live with you, if you want to get engaged, things like that, if you want to start a business together, or, you know, anything like that, that's what you need to discuss, because you can have it with this person is what I'm seeing. But it does require you letting go of this like player energy, if that was an issue in the past, or, you know, not doing things that sabotage it out of ego, okay, and makes the other person feel like you're not sincere, okay. All right, let's go into the clarifications now. So let's see. I mean, generally this reading is looking very good for you. We have a lot of cups, you know, a lot of cups on the table, a lot of pentacles. It's looking really good. So it's not just something that's very emotional, but it's something very stable as well. So what more can you ask for? That's perfect. The only thing is here, you have to be careful of these, you know, sabotage behaviors, because it is popping out a little bit, as we see in your hopes, because again, your fear is triggering that. So I feel like, yeah, your fear is affecting what you're hoping will take place in this occasion, i.e., you know, that you can plant information that'll expose people for what they truly are, and this person will walk away. Or you're hoping you'll find out something that will allow you to walk away, because the connection is intense. That's also a possibility, that you want to walk away from this person, but you don't feel like you can, because you love them too much. And again, that's your fear. Even though this is what you're hoping, it's your fear that's actually leading to that energy. So it's kind of mixed. Yeah, I'm getting a sense of that. So for some of you, it's the first scenario. Others, for more of you, I feel like it's the second scenario, that you're hoping you can emotionally detach and walk away from this because you're scared. Because you're scared that, you know, what if I make the wrong choice? You know, what if this isn't the person for me? What if this person leaves me? What if? Again, fear mindset. That's what's taking the lead here. So I do feel that you're trying to work on it. It's just, you know, maybe take some time. Okay, so let's see, Aquarius. So when it comes to your present, clarifying the 8 of Cups in reverse, you have the 6 of Swords and the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. So yeah, you're not, I feel like, yeah, you're not walking away from the connection. I feel like perhaps you did it in the past, or this person walked away from you in the past because of possible conflicts that occurred. But I feel like you're both just wanting to get to calmer waters. You both just want to feel peace. Peace of mind is what I'm getting, right? You both just want that peace of mind, that you're both on the same page, wanting the same thing, and no one's going to, you know, just decide to throw the towel in out of the blue is what I'm getting, right? So there is a little bit of a controlling undertone here, Aquarius, so you might have to look at that, because I kind of feel like you're wanting to keep, you know, as much as you're wanting to, on one hand you're wanting to release it because it's scary, but on the other hand you're like wanting to keep this person here at all costs because you're afraid that you're gonna lose them again, right? If this is a reconciliation, or you're just afraid that you're gonna lose them because of things that happened to you in the past. Now, clarifying the Seven of Wands in reverse in the position of your challenge, you have the Emperor in reverse, that's Aries energy, you could have Aries in your chart. You have the Nine of Swords, and you also have the Five of Wands in reverse. So yeah, it's literally saying, look, you're not, there's, you think you're having to compete with other people, and it's keeping you up at night because you don't see what you are. Right now, you're acting from the space of the Emperor in reverse, but the reality is you're an Emperor. Whether you've got Aries in your chart or not is irrelevant. This is the divine masculine energy. Even if you're a female, right? This is just your divine masculine showing up. So yeah, even if this person has, you know, hangers on and other people from the past, or, you know, people trying to win them over, I feel like, you know, it's a no-brainer to this person. While you're here stressed, worrying that, oh, this person's gonna leave, what if I emotionally invest, what if I try to go the distance with this person and they just abandon me, right? Or what if this doesn't work out, what if I get my heart broken again? And it's like, look, there is no competition. There's only one Emperor in this person's mind, and it's you. But right now, because you're kind of still having to work through these fears, these deep-rooted fears that are being surfaced, you're showing up as the Emperor in reverse. You know, you may be, you know, a bit stubborn, maybe even a bit harsh, a bit hot-headed at times. You could be like, again, I get this sense of delaying taking action because, you know, you feel like, well, if this person's going to leave me anyway, why should I bother? You know, I'm not going to be the one to make any effort in their direction if they're just going to leave me anyway. But that's your fear talking. That's not what you want, and that's not what you see as truth. That is just your fear, okay? But ultimately, this is like it's saying, like, the reason this is coming in reverse as well, it's like, who have you got to stand your ground? Who have you got to stand and fight against? Because there is no competition, so you have nothing to fear on that level. I think the only thing that can really screw up this connection is your fear, to be honest with you. Okay. And if this person is, you know, struggling with similar you know, concerns, then that could be the same for them. That could be the only thing that sabotages the connection on their part, right? When it comes to your recent past, the Ten of Swords in reverse, you have the Three of Swords in reverse. Why am I not surprised? And you have the Four of Swords. That's good. So that tells me that while you're still working through this, right, you have done a lot of healing, you know, taking some time out, you know, processing things differently, trying new ways to, you know, heal your heart, right? Because of what you experienced in the past. So that's good. I really do feel like you've come a long way, but there's still a bit to go, right? You still haven't fully released this yet. Because if this was in the upright, I'd say, oh, you've released it, but you haven't yet. So you're working towards that. At least you were back then, right? In the recent past. Whereas in your current situation, clarifying, when it comes to your near future, clarifying the Knight of Cups, you have the Five of Cups, and you have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. So, Yeah, I feel like you're making a decision to move forward, to show up, show up and give your love fully to this person. But there's still times I feel where you may drop the ball and kind of fall back into pining over what was lost in the past or what happened in the past, how you were affected, how emotionally it brought a lot of sadness and pain into your heart, right? But the reality is, this connection is here. It's still stable. It's stabilizing, right? The Two of Cups is not fallen, so the connection is still here. Or if this is not the same connection from your past, this new connection isn't indicative of, history repeating itself. Simply because you've been through this loop before does not mean that this current situation is going to go the same way. So it's important that you don't allow your energy to get really fragmented, because that's what I'm feeling here. It's very turbulent. So don't allow your energy to get fragmented, because if you start really obsessing over what took place in the past, that's going to emotionally rock you to the point where it really could affect your current situation, right? To the point where it could break down. So it's important that you really try and stabilize your energy there, okay? Now, when it comes to your feelings, the Devil in reverse, you have the Five of Swords in reverse, so that's better, okay? That's interesting, because you have this in the upright in your fears, and you have this in the upright in your hopes, the Three of Wands. And you see what I'm talking about? This card seems to be the prominent theme of your reading, It's like holding on to something and waiting for the opportunity to move forward to come in, right? So you're not letting go of something. You're holding on for dear life, something you're very passionate about, someone you're very passionate about. So again, because we did see the Six of Cups come up in your crowning energy, so this very well could be you going through the process of reconciliation with a family member, a close friend, or an ex-partner, right? Because you're seeing that, the land where you currently stand is kind of barren, actually. So you're waiting for better days to come, I feel, in the connection and in general. But it's coming, I feel. But the important thing here is that if you want this to come in and to not continue the delays, you need to let go of this saboteur behavior, right? Trying to control, manipulate, guide things in a very set direction by, placing certain roadblocks, right? Because I don't feel like it's necessary at this point. Because I feel whoever you're concerned about that could be a threat to this connection, your person has already released them, or your person has already relayed that they're with you, or that they're reconciling with you, or they're just simply not interested. I really get that strongly, like, why are you so afraid of me leaving? I'm not interested in anyone else. I want you, right? That's what I feel. I want you. Or if this is a family member or a friend, like, I still love you. I still care about you. Yeah, I know maybe someone intervened and got in the way, but, I'm here now. I want to fix this as well. So, okay. With the transformation card in the energy of what's crowning you this month, along with the Six of Cups, again, another prominent energy in your reading. You have the Death card, so that couldn't be any more perfect for this. That's like the transformation card. So Death card, Scorpio energy, strong Scorpio coming in, so you could be dealing with a Scorpio. You also have the Ace of Pentacles, so Earth energy. This is gorgeous. This is saying, honestly, this is literally like whatever took place with you and this person in the past, it is not indicative of where you're headed. The whole thing is changing, It's like, I feel like it is the death of the past, right? Whatever took place, whatever connection you had in the past with this person, that's come to an end, because a whole new energy, beginning, opportunity, for something more stable, committed, grounded, ascendant, is coming in with this connection and this person. You may also get some kind of financial offer or work offer as well, for those of you who are looking for new employment. All right. When it comes to your advice, clarifying the Knight of Pentacles, you have the Three of Cups in reverse, okay, and the Ten of Cups in reverse. Wow. Yeah, I think it's saying to you, take your time. It's important to not get too carried away too quickly, because you are still purging and healing and transforming. So it's going to take time, but understand that when you are ready and when the time is right, there will be a lot to celebrate in this connection. You know, either there will be a family reunion, friends coming back together and really forming close bonds, like soul family level bonds. Or if this is a relationship, you guys will go the distance. You will settle down together. This is your person. But ultimately, it does require you to take the steps on working on yourself and the connection. Okay. So while the energy is there, it has all the potential. It's up to both of you how you approach it, right? How you go about handling certain issues, what the communication is like between you, all of that good stuff, right? So clarifying the Seven of Pentacles in your external influences, you have the Hanged Man, so that's Pisces, and you have the Knight of Swords in reverse, that's you, Aquarius, right? But you are not quite in your element, unfortunately. But I feel like it's because, again, you know, whoever you're dealing with is investing. They are showing up. They are planting seeds with you, right? You are also planting those seeds. But I feel like the seeds that you're planting, you know, you may feel like when you look at what you've put into the connection, it scares you. That's what I feel. I feel like with this person, there's a little bit of fear, but I feel like there's more fear coming from you. I feel like it's because you're unsure whether or not you should invest more, or if you should hang back. The Hanged Man, hang back, right? Or if you should even pull away. But I feel like you're more gauging whether or not you should invest more at this time, or if you should wait a little bit and just take it slowly, right? And I feel like just the conundrum around between, okay, do I give more? Do I give less? Am I doing it right? Am I doing it wrong? That kind of brings you out of your energy a little bit, because you're overthinking it. You're not just allowing yourself to express freely from the heart. You're overthinking it, you know, trying to be strategic. That's what's coming through really strong, actually. I'm glad that that word came through. Thank you so much. Strategy, right? There's a lot of strategy going on, Aquarius, and I feel like you need to do less of that and more just show up authentically, your wonderful self, and just give what you feel to the situation, what you feel is right, what you're intuitively led to give, you know, what your heart wants to give, right? Rather than overthinking it, because that's what I'm seeing here. I don't often get that with the Hanged Man, but in this case, I feel like you're overthinking it. And especially because the King of Swords is in reverse. Definitely a lot of overthinking here. Now, with the Three of Wands in your fears, which is, again, a huge part of all of this, you have the Tower in reverse, so we have more Scorpio. Some of you are definitely dealing with the Scorpio or have it in your chart. And you also have the Two of Swords, air energy. So your fear is like, this is really bizarre, okay. So your fear is that this person isn't going to stand on the shore with you and see how far you can take the connection together. Your fear is that this person is going to stand on the shore waiting for something better to come in or something like that. But the reality is, you know that there's a decision to be made here. It's like, okay, I'm terrified that this person's going to leave me standing, so what should I do? Should I just cut this out completely, or should I continue rebuilding the connection? That's the thing. That's your fear speaking. There's nothing here that shows me that this person is trying to deceive you. I don't get that at all. I feel like you are just terrified and as such you're overthinking and you're trying to strategize and control the factors. You can't go about it that way, you know. Okay, so with the 5 of Swords and 5 of Pentacles in your hopes, you have the 4 of Wands in reverse and you have the Star in reverse. So that's your card here, Aquarius, and again, showing up in reverse. You're trying to convince yourself that you don't want it and you don't need it. For those of you who that's the case, where this is a connection, a love connection, I feel like at times you try and convince yourself that even if this person walked away, right, it wouldn't bother you because you don't really want it so badly anyway. Again, fear and ego talking. You know, oh, I don't even care if this person leaves because, you know, I'm not that invested in it. It's not what I really want, you know. I mean, I'm not going to marry this person. I'm not exactly planning my whole life out with this person. So what does it matter what happens, you know? And if they start giving me attitude or whatever, then I'll play them at their own game, right? So that's what I'm getting for, you know, for some of you. And I don't feel like this is actually your hopes. I feel like it's more just of your fears talking. I feel like you're not even letting your hopes breathe, actually, because the fear is so strong here, like so strong. Because you're still healing, because this connection is bringing up those fears and those shadow aspects that have been suppressed in order for you to really work through it, right? Especially if there's any like trauma bonding that took place in the past. I feel like there's a lot of severing of that needs to take place, and to really draw the connection into, you know, the more positive aspects, right, of the relationship. So that's what I feel like is happening here. So this is a lot, to be honest, for your monthly reading, Aquarius, but you're going through a significant transformation and shift yourself, never mind the connection. And I feel like with you know, when Jupiter and Saturn go into your sign on the 21st, I feel like that's gonna shake this energy up a lot. Okay, that's when I feel like you'll start moving more towards this, but it's a process, right? That's why you have to be patient with yourself and take it step by step. All right, and then finally with planning action in reverse and loss in reverse, clarifying the the Knight of Wands in reverse. So you just have a lot of cards here, and the 10 of the 10 of Pentacles. You have the 7 of Swords. You have the Knight of Wands. Oh gosh, Aquarius, and you have Judgment. Aquarius, there's a really clear warning here, right? If you assume this person is just playing you, is just playing mind games, is just trying to, you know, win you over just to sabotage the connection, or is just trying to win you over to get whatever it is that they want for you, whether from you, I feel like if you honestly look at them and the connection from that mind space, you're likely to sabotage it, right? And then what will happen as an outcome? You won't get to the 10 of Pentacles with them. The connection will be lost. So this, for me, this part of it is the warning. It's like, listen, the divine is saying, listen, depending on how you process this, how you go about it, if you let your fears win, you can lose this, right? Lose what you've been, you know, fearing, you know, of losing. But if you overcome your fears and go into the unknown with them, 10 of Pentacles, man, that's a legacy. That's not just, you know, the 10 of Cups. Where is that? I did see the 10 of Cups here somewhere. Where did I see it in your reading? Oh gosh, I don't think I can find it now, but okay, yeah, in your advice, yeah. You know, it's not just the 10 of Cups, right? The happy ever after, feeling emotionally fulfilled, knowing that, you know, you have the family set up. This is something that goes beyond a single lifespan. This is a legacy. This is a blessing being bestowed upon you from someone who has been through it, that's already got the experience, that can invest, that can help you build this legacy. So you have a lot at stake here, right, Aquarius? So my advice to you is, please do not let the fear be the ruling factor, because if it is, that's going to dictate the outcome. All right? So I really hope that helped you, Aquarius. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you found it useful, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Don't forget the notifications bell. And yeah, ultimately, again, none of this is looking bad in terms of the connection. I just feel like your fear is printed all over this, okay? So that will be your homework, I feel, at this time, to really focus on getting to the bottom of what am I so terrified about when it comes to this connection. Is it getting my heart broken? Is it being left behind, you know, abandonment issues? Or is it something else? You know, that's something that you'll have to get to the bottom of with time as you work through this, but I believe you will. If you truly want to and you keep putting the work in, you will. Okay, so sending you guys lots of love, lots of encouragement and support through that process, and I will speak to you guys soon. Bye.